I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to our after show for Avenue 5. We are discussing episode 5. He's only there to hold up his skeleton. Gosh, that is the longest episode title of life ever created. But we're still excited about it.
Yes.
We are talking who's a true hero, who's to blame, and who's ready to party. Those are our 3 topics. And of course, we have our special segment, What If? And of our news and gossip. But before we get into it, I really want to say hi to my amazing co-hosts. We have a Diamond. How are you?
I am so good.
Knowledge of all things sci-fi.
Yeah, you know,
everything.
Google's amazing.
It is. And of course, Tara Erickson. Hello.
Hi!
And you are knowledgeable on all things space. Am I right?
100% people come to me from NASA on a daily basis.
I knew it. I knew it.
Tara, NASA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sci-fi, space. You guys, I'm just here to host. My name's Tatiana Marisa,
Woo!
and we have an amazing panel here. We're so excited
true.
to talk Avenue 5. Before we get into it, overall thoughts?
Much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this episode way more. Like, their voices are really clicking with each and every character, and I really laughed a bunch this episode.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
too.
it.
I found myself like, putting out a giggle and not realizing it was coming, like, because it just unexpectedly funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's new and different for this. So it was good, yeah.
Yeah.
Same
So
piece.
we're glad we stuck with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
As opposed to trashing it.
I'm
being like,
out.
I'm not doing this after
Yeah.
show. No, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're doing it. Because I also thought it was funny. And a lot of people, I'm part of the Facebook fan page for this show. And a lot of people are actually like on board now and glad that they stuck through it. You know, people who were hating on it before are like, okay, it's kind of funny this time.
People are tweeting in a lot more about this show now that it's episode 5. They're
Good.
loving it. I look up the hashtags and I'm like, 50% more out there, baby.
They're winning you over with them jokes.
Yeah.
So good. So before we get into, as we get into it, I'm just used to saying that. Let's talk about who's the true hero.
Yeah.
Okay. Billy, right?
Obviously.
Who's just horribly overlooked.
Yeah.
Completely overlooked.
And it's very clear.
And then blamed at the end for everything that happened.
Well, I just feel really bad for little baby husband who
Frank.
Yeah. He pushes a button that was not connected to anything, and obviously nobody can say it wasn't connected to anything, so everything's being put on him, and they're hiding him. I mean, I just feel kind of bad for him. But hopefully he's pushed to his limits. That'll be my predictions. I'll hold off on that one.
Yeah.
She's already coming in hot.
I know. Jeez. That's not in here yet. Okay, we got to stick to my outline. Otherwise, I'm lost in the space. Okay. No, but let's talk about Ryan, because he went from like, I'm just an actor, please don't have me do anything, to like, it was me. I saved the day, and I feel like he's on this super adrenaline high that he actually would like to be a captain now.
Yeah, I think he's floating on like false hopes just because, you know, he was obviously terrified and would have wished to have been anybody but himself in that moment of having to save the ship or the shit, I don't know. And he was very terrified. He went out to do it, did a terrible job. Billy had to help. And now that it was a success, he's like on his high horse, which he should not be, but you know, I love it that he's doing that. Kind of annoying, but yeah.
It gave him confidence where there was none.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I feel like every actor, though, lives on applause and praise and validation, and that's what he finally got. But also, I'm like, anytime you go out on a spacewalk, you're probably going to come back and be like, I just did a spacewalk, you guys. And I did it well.
So he basically had license to be proud of himself, even though he really didn't do the job himself or at all.
Yeah, almost made it worse.
Yeah, he still had to go to space. And he was still out in space.
That is a good feat. That's a huge feat to be able to get into the thing and go out into the other thing and like, you know, just do that. So he did do something.
I mean, he signed up to be the front man, the face of Avenue 5.
Yeah.
And, like, this episode was finally when he was starting to enjoy it and actually fitting into his real role of being like, I actually wore a spacesuit and went into space.
Yeah.
Which everyone assumes he's done a million times already.
Right, exactly. Which was and also it was the worst time for him to be filmed like live.
Yeah.
Because he's literally like spinning in space as everybody is watching him fail.
That would be my dream come true, to see that actually happen at NASA, to be like, you're human, you also mess up, just like us.
Yeah.
Finally.
In space shouldn't happen, but yes.
Yeah. But he is brought back down. I feel like this wave that he was riding was totally brought down when he was voted out of his marriage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The throuple.
The throuple.
Yeah.
Good. I would vote him out too.
Yeah. I
3
mean, I wouldn't
years?
want to wait. That's like a prison sentence, you know, when somebody goes to prison. You're
Dang,
like,
you guys would just jump shit.
Yeah.
Probably.
What about the commitment? No, seriously.
well, you
Touch
know.
base when you're back.
Yeah, we'll see how I feel then.
Damn.
Yeah, but also I guess they really need to find that third person because they need to have that dynamic of 3 people, or like they couldn't just like hang with each other and wait for him to. So they like clearly need that third person to.
I mean, that's
Couldn't make it a quad. Too many people there.
I guess. So are they going to like replace him now, or
What would be
is
the
this
point of
just-
having a third person who's not there to like have sex with? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that. In a way,
Wait,
he's
so
kind of
they're-
breaking the deal of a throuple by not being there, even though it's out of his hands. But you know, he kind of broke the deal because of his circumstance.
Right.
So now they're like, we're not even a throuple.
But like he wasn't trying. Like he wasn't like, hey, I'm going to be gone for 3 years. Like this
No.
is just an
Yeah.
unfortunate
Yeah.
thing that happened.
And unfortunately,
So he's
they have
just-
to get booted. Yeah.
I don't know why they couldn't just find a temporary unicorn.
Yeah, a temporary throuple.
You know, just bring
Third.
somebody else in for 3 years.
But what if you
and
fall
then-
in love? That's
There's emotions
Maybe they're
involved.
thinking about that big picture too.
Yeah.
Like, what
Maybe
if we
it could
fall in
be.
love? We can't just temporize.
So then are these like making the fact that he was a sex maniac a fact? That Sarah so lovingly started.
Oh,
He
yeah.
put a baby in me.
Yeah.
Like
I was like, oh.
we're like, oh, I didn't.
Which
I didn't
furthered
see
the
that.
insecurity of Frank
right we'll get
because
into
they
it,
were
yeah. Poor Frank. Poor Frank. But it's interesting, even though, so I feel like he was like this roller coaster. Oh, well, I was in space. Crap, I'm getting kicked out of my throuple. And then he saves Frank's life because, no, we're actually not going to throw him out into space. It's not good. Please bring him back down. Don't murder anybody.
Yeah, he was joking.
Yeah, he's
The poor comedian up there. That guy's from the movie Yesterday, and he did so good in that. And he's doing really good on this one, even though he's like this poor guy who can't get his chance to like just do his comedy.
Yeah.
Because there's all these political things that need to happen to not freak everyone out, and then people are just idiots. So, but he's doing so. I love.
Oh, he does a great job.
Yeah,
He does an awesome job.
yeah.
Graze a
Hey, do we-
graze a plate. Plays a great failing comedian.
You said what movie was he on?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. I haven't
Yeah.
seen that, but I'm sure that we talk about it here on AfterBuzz somewhere. We also cover a
Popcorn.
multitude of shows here at AfterBuzz TV. Can you tell us more about that,
I
Tara?
sure can, guys. We are the ESPN of TV talk. We try to cover all the shows, all the movies. Look at Popcorn Talk, AfterBuzz TV. We got all the stuff here for you. Make sure you like, subscribe. Please leave comments. Tell us what you like about AfterBuzz. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what you want more of, what you want less of. We're here for you and you only. The fans are what matter. Love you so much. Bye.
Bye.
We're not
But
leaving.
wait,
Just
don't
bye
leave.
that part.
Goodbye
That's
on
it.
that.
We're back. Great.
Back to you.
Back to you, Tatiana. Ooh.
Oh, thank you so much. It was so great that you did that. I really appreciate it. Getting back into here, who's to blame? We're talking about Frank, guys. All about Frank. You hit it on the nose, a diamond, when you were like, I'm just waiting for him to break, because I feel like Matt in the last episode totally spiked his confidence. You could be anybody you want.
It opened something in him. Like, yes, yeah.
He started dressing different. He was wearing a weird necklace. And
Oh,
he
yeah.
was like trying new things. Now he's going to press this button, and he's like, I'm hot shit. Now I'm going to press this button. And then, of course, the button didn't really do anything, but everybody thought it was his fault that all this crap
And he
is
even
now
thinks
there.
that he doesn't know that it's not connected.
Right. He's the scapegoat.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
It's sad.
It's sad.
Because he was really just getting into his leather shark tooth necklace.
Yeah.
And like,
Is
I
it
really,
safe to say that's like the staple into becoming a new person?
A
You
shark
get
tooth
new
necklace.
necklace or a new
Yes.
haircut. It's like, this is a
It's
new
the-
me.
Yeah.
and it has to have a leather strap like his did.
Yeah.
You know, he
Yeah.
really, he was diving in and now he's just drowning,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. Because I feel bad for him because he is ruled over in his marriage
Yes.
and now ruled over by the people who all hate him. because he put poop around the spaceship.
And he's even like further kicked in the gut because he thinks that his wife is sleeping with
Captain
Ryan.
Yeah.
And why was she even weird when she was in the room with him anyways?
That's
like, why did she get all... Because she has a crush on him, I think. Because when they were at the comedy show and she was like, oh, I feel like the captain would like somebody more mature. More like, kind...
Oh, yeah.
So I think
Or she was like, oh, he looks good in that turtleneck.
Yeah. So I think she has this crush on him. So she had this guilty conscience when she was space timing or whatever, her husband, and, and she was like, what? But even though there's really no reason for her to have even been...
Not at all.
Yeah, she has a guilty conscience, so he felt that, saw that, the husband anyways, and now he's all, like, paranoid.
She's had sexy dreams of Captain Ryan in a turtleneck almost every night. Let's face it. They just haven't written it into this episode yet.
Yeah. To him before.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yes. But he does snap and gets a nice 1-2 into Captain Ryan, who's like completely oblivious. What? I'm not doing anything with your wife. But now I think that'll... His wife was like, oh, that was kind of hot.
Yeah.
Wrong, but hot.
Yeah.
So...
I feel like women like that who are just really tough on the outside really need somebody to be really tough too. And then they can feel secure that somebody else is tougher than them.
Yeah.
I'm speaking as if I'm talking into a mirror.
Something we learn new about you every episode.
Every time, Diamond.
So we have a strong,
Dear Diary.
powerful woman who needs a strong, powerful man. Get in it, y'all.
I'm writing that in your bio as we speak. That's what's
so
going
good.
on.
I do have a strong powerful man.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you, though.
It's true, but he never had balls until that moment.
Yeah, he didn't. I hope
only
this is
did.
a new leaf. Like, not just him trying on a different necklace or wearing different clothes. I hope, like, his attitude will change.
Yeah.
now.
I think, have you guys ever heard about that when a man's sperm count is low and he's like wanting to impregnate his wife, that that you should have like another man in the house or something, because then he'll start to get like this like rivalry, like kind of like, I'm the man, like this is my girl, like that testosterone. Like, have you ever heard that?
No.
It's like
awesome.
science or something.
It'll get the
like
testosterone. I bet it just peaks it.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of, he sees competition, even though it's not really there, but kind of because of her. But it's like sparking that testosterone to like fight somebody.
So it's like strictly primal.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah. In the comments, if I'm wrong, please light me up, but I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I'm looking it up
Kinda
later.
hot now.
I'd have to invite 2 people over in that case.
Just to have somebody
Get a little
fight.
Just to have the first person there, I gotta have a guy first, and then I gotta get the other guy. It's a lot, too much
Well,
work
I
for
have
me.
too many kids, so don't invite anybody to my house because I don't need any more children.
Even more people, bodies in the house.
My husband's testosterone count is fine. Let's just let it cooked.
You need more women in there.
We need more
Estrogen.
We need estrogen. All right, who's ready to party? We have our halfway point party.
One's 47th away party.
Yeah, which was like a complete disaster. I thought that it was going to turn into like an actual party and people were going to loosen up and like have a good time. But it was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. And relationship wise for Mia and Doug, holy Hannah.
Yeah, that was tough.
Okay, right now, if I were to pick which side I was on, I would be on Doug's side.
Yes, I mean
Quite
she's
honestly.
wackadoodle, pulling in young team members with adorable glasses. By the way, he is adorable, and I am in love with him.
Colin.
He is so cute.
Colin Firm.
Yes.
Colin Firm, yeah.
And he looks very firm.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
a
soft
lot went down. I love the way though that was shot. That scene, there was like 10 lines within maybe 5 seconds. All ran over. The timing was great. It was really condensed, and I adored it.
Yeah, it was good too. I'm going to say that because I don't quite know what the situation is with Mia or like why she's such a bitch, I want to say I'm on her side because she is a bitch and I like that about her. And also like, we'll talk about this in a special segment, but you know, I give her props for having some ovaries on her to like bring back a guy to the room and like try to get this, like no woman acts like that unless she's scorned.
Yes. And I think the
Or
whole
horny.
I think it was, I think she's both.
Well,
probably,
yes, to
to be fair, but I think what's going on with her is that she was emotionally cheated on, not physically cheated on, which some could argue is like way worse, because there's that emotional attachment. And so I think that's why she feels so extremely betrayed, is because it was more emotional. Because Doug didn't sleep with anybody or necessarily kiss anybody. He was vulnerable with another woman. Like opened up his feelings.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
Whose
maybe
neck did he
it's
kiss, or what was that?
was it the lady back in NASA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rav.
Rav.
Yeah.
So he kissed Rav's neck because they were like drinking and he was like telling her his problems and stuff. So obviously their marriage had problems before all of this started, and this is just like
The outcome.
the outcome, the reason why they're broken up now. And then of course then she cheated on him,
And now she just wants.
now
She's just full steam ahead.
I think
Revenge.
so. I think she just wants to be free now. She's like, you're not connected to me in any way anymore. But I think he wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
But
didn't
that
make him feel
engineer's-
better.
If they
So
were a
cute,
throuple, maybe it would get rid of all their issues.
With this cute engineer boy? Or a Rav?
with Rav.
Got it. That's what I thought. The 2 episodes, I thought they were in a throuple already, and then I realized they weren't. It just got a little bit vulnerable there with him. But
Yeah, I'm sure Mia might like Colin more than.
so would I.
So would I. But that's for another day. I really want to talk about, the Spike who keeps popping up,
Oh yeah.
who now is the person who is getting credit as well for fixing the ship. And I feel like he's just there along for the ride. There's no expertise. And at this party, he's kind of it just shows he's just up for anything. Like, hey, if this doesn't work out, you want to go back to my place with Colin? Colin was like, yeah, can I keep you as a backup?
He's like,
Cool.
a hole is a hole.
A hole is a hole.
I'm like, yes, but
no, but
okay.
I feel
Whatever
like
you're into, I love it. Keep it going.
I feel like his man ponytail really gets him places on this show.
yeah.
He's the only one that he is so outdated, and he has just such a long rat tail, and he wears it so confidently.
Yeah.
That I
Like
really
no time
just,
has passed.
yeah,
from
just
the
like
80s.
how could you turn that kind of a man down?
I don't-
He really believes in what he's doing.
He does, but what is he doing?
Nothing, which makes him cool.
He believes he's doing something,
Right.
Which is the most weird.
You got excited there with the ponytail, I see.
Yeah. Wow. That
I
was
like it.
The worst.
I like it. So to end everything with this episode, it ends with crap now orbiting the ship. And dead bodies are now still orbiting the ship. Is there anything else orbiting the ship? Just crap and dead bodies, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
All right. So and then Rav goes to speak with the president. These are the most upstanding citizens.
They
that
definitely
your
need to
help.
fix that hole, right? Because they're going to need to keep this shit flushing through
Yeah,
this,
you're
like
right.
they stopped
Yes.
it. So I don't know how their toilets are working, right?
I'm sure we'll find out the next episode.
all right.
Yeah. Get some duct tape.
It's
Tape it
gonna-
up.
Can you duct tape in space?
Space tape.
Yeah, space tape. That's all you need. All right, let's get into our special segment, A Diamond. What if?
Yes. So going back to Mia and Doug and that whole little situation there, I'm thinking we want to know, okay, what would you do in that situation? You have a space you're sharing with your soon-to-be ex-husband.
Yeah.
You want to get laid, but you know that at any point he could come, your husband could come back, or soon-to-be ex-husband could come back, or wife, whatever. And, what would you do in that situation? Would you even take a guy back to your place, guy or girl back to your place, knowing that at any point the ex could walk in? Are you doing it because you would want them to walk in? Like, what would you do?
Okay, so is it the same situation? Like he
Like, you are Mia
and
in this,
All right.
and you could, or what, you could be Doug?
Sure, no problem. Yeah, but I feel like Doug is, well, obviously I don't think he lost his mind enough in this episode, but you could tell that he was like hurt by it, but I feel like
he's
their relationship.
eating food
I
at
know,
the end of the party, like by himself. Just he's not even drinking.
Poor man, dude.
I feel bad for him. I really do.
If I was me, I'd just be like, I don't know, let's lock ourselves in a closet real quick.
I wouldn't
But
go
then-
back to the room. I'd be like, Colin, where's your room? Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't. it says something for her to want to go back to their room.
It's spiteful.
Yeah.
Let's do it in the fake engineering room, wherever the actors hang out, the old green room.
Yeah. Like somewhere where nobody knows.
So you would go to an old green room.
Yeah, I mean, you could go to your room if you really wanted to make your soon-to-be ex-husband jealous, and if you wanted to maybe win him back, to have him explode and be like, no! But I don't think that's going to happen here, so I think green room.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think that she does want him back. She just is so hurt and upset by it, because who does that who does that to someone they don't care about?
Right.
You know what I mean? She's obviously needing a reaction out of him because there's something still there. If I had nothing to do, if I wanted nothing to do with that person, there's no way you'd even know what I was doing, because I would want nothing to connect us in any other way.
Yeah.
Right.
And this moment of anger because I'm sleeping with another guy in the room would keep us connected.
Yeah.
And keep us fighting, and
I'd have to do a play-by-play, I'd meet a guy, would attracted to him. I'd be like, let's make out a little bit, see how I feel. If Doug kept popping in my mind, I'd be like, can't do it. But if I was like, F him, then I would just continue, I guess. Yeah. But I'd still go back to Colin's place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go back to that's too hurtful.
No.
That's too much.
It's like, yeah.
That's too much.
It's like you want somebody to get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, me as a fucking bitch. Sorry. I really came out with that one. I'm so sorry, guys. Beep, 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 beep,
Tell us how you really feel.
But I like her.
That's great.
I need to watch it now.
No,
Okay, sorry.
Love it. I'm here for
Don't
it.
come in with your notes. I already know. Don't even tell me.
I like it. Hopefully my kids aren't watching.
Yeah, nobody's kids should be watching me right now. Ever.
All right, on to our news and gossip. Tara, can you let us know about that?
Let's get it done. News and gossip. I have a couple tweets for you guys. I'm just going to wait for our producer to pull them up on the screen. If he doesn't, I got him on the phone.
Oh, yeah. I have some. Look here.
Okay, here we go. Woo!
Oh,
She's
there we
got
go.
it handled. Okay, here we go. The Hollywood Reporter tweeted, HBO has renewed the sci-fi comedy Avenue 5 from Veep creator Armando Iannucci for a second season, you guys. You're getting a second season. So
Amazing.
for all of
That
you
was
who
close.
are tweeting like pure maniacs out there, I see that episode 5 has taken you all by storm. You're loving it more and more. Happy to hear it. You got a second season coming. Next up, Armando Iannucci. He retweeted. Testament to the writers, really, yes, because someone tweeted, his name is Dr. Butt Lasers. Love it. He's only there to stop his skeleton from falling over. Is one of the most unique and clever and cutting things I've ever heard in a long time. And that's just an episode title of Avenue 5, which is a testament to the writers. Which, yes, if you guys didn't watch Veep and you're loving this show, go back and please watch Veep. It's so good. And it's the same style of writing as this show, and I think you guys would really love it. And that's it for the news and gossip.
Amazing.
Got it.
I like it. Good job. I like it. Okay, don't hate me, but I'm honestly surprised that they renewed it for a second season so quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to wait a little bit longer because of the reaction it got at first.
I think that the reaction, because it was poor, they needed to get back in there to immediately start fixing and start doing and let people know. I think they had to do that.
Like create more hype around it.
Or just they knew that they had to get it pumping quicker, whatever they were planning on doing, or make changes sooner. They probably already had an idea season 1's going to be great. And then they're not getting good reviews. So we kind of have to go back to the drawing board for season 2. And I think maybe that's what is happening.
Or maybe they renewed it because they're like, it gets better. Stick with us.
I mean, true,
We
yeah.
promise.
Plus, I feel like the characters are settling into themselves.
Who they are,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like they're owning it now as opposed to kind of questioning each line that they're saying. I feel like it's becoming more natural.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And also, congrats real quick to my friend Kelly Coughlin, who was the girl in this episode who called out and was like, go kill him, whatever.
Yeah.
Great
Send
job,
him
Kelly.
shipping or something.
Yeah, we did some
Wow.
improv together. She's great, really funny. Happy to see her on screen, and congrats, girl.
Oh, small world.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Her name is Kelly?
Kelly Coughlin.
Kelly
Her
Coughlin.
real name as an actor is Kelly Coughlin. I forget what her character's name was. She had a
yeah.
bright pink shirt on and a bright pink bow, and she yelled a lot, and it was great.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I know
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Started the chant.
Go her. Let's go over our favorite lines,
Yeah,
if you have them,
I got one.
because there's so many in this episode.
Yeah.
Tell us.
I love it when Captain Ryan said, I meant it when I said it, and he's talking about marriage vows, which is just a great way to get out of it, of being like, well, what about your vows? And you're like, I meant it when I said it.
Yeah, just like marriage vows. Yeah.
Love it.
My favorite one was, that thing's powerful and I respect it.
Oh.
And that was, of course, he was talking about the poop line, and they were
Because there's like
"Oh
a
my gosh."
female. She's like, don't
Yeah,
call it a female.
Yeah, why are you calling it a girl? And he
Yeah.
was like, because I like it and I respect it. Powerful.
Powerful.
It's
Way
I've
to
never heard
cover
of a poop line being talked about like that, but
Leave it up to that guy
not-
with the rat's tail.
yeah, it's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Yeah, poop is powerful. The smell, for sure. Potent.
A Diamond, what about you? Favorite
You know,
quote.
I had one and I forgot it and I didn't write it down, so I don't have one. But they were all really good.
They were
Next week, you got to come back with 2. That's your homework.
I'll come back with the Ray.
Hey, girl.
I can't even do that.
Wow.
It's not working.
I can't either.
All right, good.
Nope, not going to happen.
I started to wave.
Not here, not today. Oh,
I used
boy.
to be able to do it.
Oh, I
All
caught
right,
my wrist.
I'm done. Okay.
I'm like actually snapping. It's not going to work.
Okay. So awesome. Let's do predictions real quick.
Ooh,
Yeah,
gosh,
don't bring
you
the
already
music
had
in.
him.
We're not done talking.
Get in there, get in there.
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Here we
Wow.
go. Here we go.
Okay, so I think that Frank is going to be pushed to the limits, and he's going to freak out on everyone, probably start running around the spaceship like in like an old like a loincloth and some fire, just crazy because he's completely lost his stuff. And, you know, hopefully he does something heroic that like they ultimately ended up needing from him or from anyone, and he like happens to do it just by happenstance because he's gone crazy. And he gets like a hero, you know.
Hero friend.
Ha, I love it. You think he'll add a necklace?
Oh yeah, he's gonna have like paintings here and
Yeah.
here and like a whole headdress and like a staff and like be making fire in some like random like room.
Corridor.
Yeah.
Which will really then feed into where I think that Captain Ryan and is Carol her name? Frank's wife. What is her name?
Yeah.
It's Carol, right? I think it's
Lady
Carol.
Claus.
the
Lady
strong
Claus.
lady that who is married to Frank. There's just gonna be she's gonna be like, I can't.
Karen.
And Karen, I always call her Carol. I don't know why. Sorry,
Karen.
guys. I think that Karen and Captain Ryan might do a little ditty because, you know, he's pushed out of his throuple and her husband was almost murdered and now saved, which he had balls when he punched Captain Ryan, but now he's probably just going to go back down to crying in his room, I
She'll
think.
definitely hit on him.
Yeah, for 100%. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
I agree with both of those. I think
Perfect.
I think Frank's gonna go nuts, and I think that Karen and Captain Ryan are totally gonna jump each other's bones.
How long do you think it'll take Billy and Ryan to like? I mean, I don't want that to happen because
I don't think they're gonna get together.
Okay,
Billy
good.
and Ryan.
I don't want it
really
either.
don't.
they're kind of pushing us pushing us in that direction.
yeah.
But yeah, I hope not.
They might have teased it at the end when she was like, "If we stick together, like
Yeah.
we'll be okay
Well, and
with the two of them."
Yeah.
Maybe in like a drunken stupor.
Something
Yeah.
will come
Something might
close,
happen.
but I hope it doesn't. Like, don't do it, you guys.
No.
Because this rumor that Sarah started that Captain Ryan is like a sex maniac
Yeah.
is now it might come true because Karen wants him.
Yeah.
Obviously that sexual tension is there, and maybe him and Billy will hook up like after a drunken night because they're drinking after
yeah.
everything happened.
She's like vibing
So-
off it too somehow.
She
Yeah.
should hook up with one of the real engineers downstairs.
If she
Not
hasn't
Cyrus.
already.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
what about Cyrus?
No. Not he stays.
Why?
What if she hooks up with Doug? That'd be kind of
Ooh.
like that would be a nice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Their characters haven't interacted yet, have
Yeah.
they?
But what if Doug moves on before Mia?
With Billy, I'd be okay with that.
Me too.
They
Revenge.
seem much better as a couple.
I agree. Wow. And
I
then
don't
they're
know.
like,
I I don't know if I'm there for that. I
Okay.
don't know.
Oh, I'm there.
That's like, I feel like that's too much of a.
Well, they're gonna have to build story. You know, it's gonna take some writing to get there.
Yeah.
But then there's more. That means they have more episodes. You know,
Yeah.
to make that happen.
Write it like The Office, you guys. Anytime I think of a love story in a TV show, I'm like, all these people should just watch The Office over and over and copy whatever they did with Jim and Pam over the however many
That's
seasons.
like a sweet, like romantic.
It took a very long
love.
time,
That's
but yeah,
really cute.
very sweet. Yeah.
The best love story on TV.
Yeah, hands
Gosh.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, so good.
All right, that's so good. We got predictions. We got tips for our writers. If you're listening, writers, we got some good ideas over here.
Yeah.
With all that being said, we are done covering episode 5. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Before we leave, can you tell us where we can find you guys?
Yes, you guys can find me, Tara Erickson. That's TaraErickson on YouTube on my own channel. Come say hi on IMDb, Twitter, Instagram, on all the things. And also, why aren't you watching here on AfterBuzz TV?
And my name's a Diamond Baker, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, or you can just Google me because I'm Googleable. I'm at NotYourType, NOT_TYYURTYPE. Wait, I said that wrong.
NOT_UR_TYPE.
round two.
I covered it.
Think you got it?
I was yelling the whole time. I'm sorry, I ruined it.
NOT_YUR_TYPE.
I missed the
sorry.
Y. Almost had it.
Oh, glad I redid it. And we're out. Just cut it. Just
My
cut
name
it.
is don't forget about me. My name is Tatiana Marisa, and I'm at Tatiana Marisa on all social media platforms. Until then, we will catch you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.